Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're doing something really cool. We are going to decode a fascinating visual cipher. We'll be taking a super close look at the brand identity of Alcovia to see exactly how it masterfully transforms what looks like simple graphic design into a profound sensory journey of intimacy. We're stepping into this world of quiet luxury, where literally every single curve, color, and typographical choice holds a deep, hidden meaning that's just waiting to be uncovered.
Okay, let's dive right into this. To actually get what Alcovia is doing, you have to look way past the obvious and embrace what they call estetismo recondito, or the hidden aesthetic. It's this beautiful, really grounding idea that true gratification doesn't scream for attention. It lives in the shadows, you know? It's a place where elegance meets mystery, forming a sanctuary of deep, protected awareness. Section 1. The Hidden Aesthetic, a Rebel Philosophy. Because this whole hidden aesthetic thing, it's actually a massive rebellion. Think about it. We live in this era of hypervisibility, right? Everything is mechanical, superficial, and consumed so incredibly fast. Intimacy is way too often reduced to just a fleeting utilitarian act. Well, Alcovia's philosophy completely flips that on its head. They frame intimacy as a secret ritual. It's a holistic evolution that demands tactile, emotional resonance way over pure visual instinct. Basically, you're meant to feel it deeply before you ever even see it.
Section 2. The Binary Narrative, a Map of Awakening.
Let's move to the actual typography and see how this builds. Because the brand's spatial layout relies on this brilliant AOA binary narrative. It's literally a map. The journey starts on the left with the feminine origin, moves to the anatomical fulcrum right in the very center, and then it resolves on the right with masculine balance. The entire experience is framed by biological identifiers that create this perfect structural symmetry. Now, if you look really closely at those first and last A's, you'll spot these little red semicircles, or dots. The top dot on the first A marks the feminine origin, establishing the woman as the starting point of the whole brand narrative. The bottom dot on the last A acts as the masculine closure, totally balancing the visual scale. But here's the catch. These aren't just gender markers. By sitting just above and below the letters, they actually visually recall points of tactile stimulation. They make the text itself feel sensitive to the touch.
Section 3. The Sacred Anatomical Fulcrum, the Biological Core. So, the crucial point is right there in the middle. The absolute core of the brand. The letter O has been completely transformed into the anatomical fulcrum. It's a stylized, graceful representation of the vulva, acting as the biological engine of female pleasure. And rather than hiding this, Alcovia places it dead center. It acts as a physical bridge connecting the masculine and feminine polarities, and it does it beautifully, without ever resorting to clinical or vulgar imagery.
But, and this is absolutely crucial, the journey doesn't just stop at anatomy. That physical O, that biological engine, has to be transcended. The ultimate goal here isn't just physical gratification. It's about using that biological foundation to reach a much deeper emotional and relational resonance.
Section 4. Reciprocity of gaze, a shared connection. Now, what's really interesting here is when we shift our focus from individual biology to a shared connection. Notice the silhouette inside the white heart. We're suddenly humanizing those earlier biological symbols. We see a couple, and the most vital detail. They're looking directly at each other. This reciprocity of gaze transforms an individual physical experience into a deeply relational, shared union. That shared gaze is basically the ultimate private sanctuary. As the brand elegantly points out, the true value of an intimate experience isn't about what gets performed or shown off to the outside world. It's about the complicity found in the silence of your own privacy. It's an environment entirely protected from judgment, which allows physical pleasure to be elevated into a pure reciprocal bond.
Section 5. Igniting the Flame, the Call to Action.
Check out that striking black flame encasing the couple's heart. This flame serves a seriously powerful dual purpose. On one hand, its dark, elegant color acts like a protective armor for the heart, maintaining that hidden aesthetic we talked about. But on the other hand, it represents the wild, indomitable energy of passion. It creates this totally dynamic contrast with the precise red anatomical symbols. And honestly, this brilliantly illustrates the meaning behind Alcovia's main slogan, "Ignite your pleasure." Let's break it down together real quick. Pleasure refers directly back to the biological foundation, that central O. Ignite is the energetic catalyst, represented by the black flame. It's the spark that activates the engine. And your
brings it all together in relational reciprocity, represented by the shared gaze of the couple. So when we pull back and synthesize the entire explainer, looking at the complete logo, it's pretty clear it's no longer just a word. It is a full journey of awakening. We trace the path from the feminine origin on the left, right through the sacred anatomical fulcrum in the center, finding perfect masculine balance on the right. And all of this underlying biology ultimately bursts into that black flame of reciprocal, shared passion at the very bottom.
By transforming text into a sensory map, Alcovia really reminds us that true intimacy is a careful, deliberate balance of anatomy, emotion, and profound privacy. It's quite literally a quiet luxury. So I'll leave you with this final thought to meditate on. In a world of constant noise and hypervisibility, how will you curate the sanctuary of your own intimate aesthetic?